Thanks for joining me for Behind the Mic with Nash, a look at the Texas Red Dirt music scene. I'll look at what's hot on the scene, behind the scenes in the music business, behind the scenes in the music promotion business, and behind the scenes in radio. I'll dish the dirt, and I'll probably ruffle some feathers, but I will always tell you the truth and how it happened to me and how it happened to others. Now, kick back and enjoy Behind the Mic with Nash. Well, thanks for joining me for another edition of Behind the Mic with Nash. We've had some really cool shows so far. I'm really enjoying doing the Behind the Mic with Nash podcast. This week, I ran across some old videos of my old Ranch Roadhouse show, and they were videos of Brandon Jenkins, dear friend of mine, and the Red Dirt legend. That's what we called him. That's what he was. So I thought I would kind of focus this week's show on Brandon Jenkins a little bit. I'm going to play some of the live acoustic cuts that I've had from over the years with him and play some of his recorded stuff as well and just kind of give you an idea of who Brandon Jenkins was. He was born Brandon Dean Jenkins, June 7th, 1969, and he sadly passed away March 2nd, 2018. He was a singer, a songwriter, philanthropist, one of the most instrumental men that shaped and created the Red Dirt music scene. And he's sadly missed to this day. Stoney LaRue was a songwriting buddy of his, and of course they wrote several songs together, and he was just an extraordinary individual. He's funny, dry-witted, but whenever he said something, it was serious, and you knew that he meant it. He performed mainly in Texas and Oklahoma, and toured Europe several occasions as well. One of his most notable songs, Refinery Blues, was a biographical ballad about growing up near Sand Springs, Oklahoma, an area where oil refineries abound near the Arkansas River. So I think I'm going to focus on that song right now, and we'll take a listen to it. This is Brandon Jenkins and Refinery Blues.
My backyard's a refinery, churning out black smoke where I can't breathe. One of these days I'm gonna leave and move far away from this refinery. My grandpa broke his back in 20 long years for a 3-room shack, back before that old smokestack turned the skies from blue to black. My backyard's a refinery, churning out black smoke where I can't breathe. One of these days I'm gonna leave and move far away from this refinery. My papa told me, son, things are gonna get better just as soon as we get enough money to leave. Yeah, my backyard's a refinery. My daddy passed away, left the place to me. No, nobody lived past 53, living next door to this refinery. Try to tell my son things are gonna get better just as soon as we get enough money to leave. Yeah, my backyard's a refinery, I'm churning out the black smoke where I can't breathe. Too sick to work, too poor to leave, I guess I'm gonna die by this refinery. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna die by this refinery. God, don't let me die by this refinery.
That's Refinery Blues, and that is Brandon Jenkins here on Behind the Mic with Nash. And, you know, Brandon, he never shied away from touchy subjects. A lot of songwriters will shy away from certain subjects. Brandon never would do that. He never did that. He put what was in his heart into his songs, and you could always guarantee that what was in that song came from his heart and what he believed. When I talked about him being a philanthropist, he was a big philanthropist as a supporter of the Red Dirt Relief Fund, which is a nonprofit organization that supports musicians from the Red Dirt family of artists who face financial hardships. And that is a really, really cool organization because they do support the artists. And a lot of the artists, you think, you know, that these guys just roll up and down the road and money just rolls in from, you know, their Spotify or their iTunes or whatever. It's not that way. It's really not that way. They make their money. Yeah, they make some money actually playing live with a band. But then again, you've got to take into account the money that it takes to pay the band. Then you've got a vehicle that you've got to roll up and down the road in. That takes maintenance and gas, fuel. So it costs a lot. But on the other hand, the merchandise is where they make their money. They invest a certain amount of money to make all their merchandise, and then they make that money back and profit from the sale of their merchandise at the merchandise table. That's why whenever I'm out doing a show somewhere and I'm on stage, I always encourage people to visit the merch table. Buy the merch, buy the CDs, buy the T-shirts, buy the koozies, buy the ball caps, buy the jackets and the hoodies, and buy all that stuff, because that's how these artists get up and down the road. You know, as I said, Brandon's not with us anymore, but he would tell you the same thing. And Brandon and I had a neat relationship because his dad was actually a popular Tulsa radio DJ back in the day. He was known as Dean Kelly on the air. He worked at KELI and also KMOD in Tulsa. So it was a pretty neat deal that whenever Brandon and I would get together, there was a lot of times we'd just sit and just chit-chat and talk. And, you know, the first time I ever met Brandon, I'll never forget the first time I ever met him. I was doing my afternoon show in Wichita Falls, and I could see the front door from our studio, because our studio was first in the line of the 4 studios, and I was right there in the lobby, and basically I could see right at the front door. I could see out in the parking lot, and it was awesome because this big, burly, tattooed dude come walking up to the door, and Beth, the girl that was at the front desk there in Wichita Falls, she kind of had this look on her face like, oh, Lord, who is this guy? So he walked up to the desk there and talked to her, and she got up and she come around the desk and come into my studio, and she says, hey. And my first thought was, oh my God, this big dude, Brandon was a big boy and he had tattoos. I mean, he looked like a biker dude. And she come in there and she says, Brandon Jenkins is here to see you. And I was like, oh, that's Brandon Jenkins. I'd never met Brandon ever in my life. But from that day forward, we bonded a relationship that I still treasure to this day. And, you know, we're playing some of his old songs there. And this is a cut from Brandon Jenkins live on the Ranch Roadhouse several years ago. And Brandon Jenkins was a very patriotic guy. So before I play this, I want to kind of preface that. He's very patriotic and loved this country. So this is a song, and he had an actual album out. He called it a concept album. And Brandon recorded The Flag in 2016 with, again, his longtime collaborator, Dave Percival. And it was recorded in Wimberley in the Texas Hill Country. Features Donnie Wynn, Bucka Allen, which is the son of Terry Allen. He was playing accordion, and Kim Deschamps on lap steel and dobro. 2016, he moved from Austin to Nashville, Tennessee, where his career would be based from until his death in 2018. This song is called The Flag. It's Brandon Jenkins live at the Rocket Cafe and Club.
There's a flag up on the courthouse, flying out on the song.
This is yours.
The symbol of this nation, to rise and fall.
I should have let you walk up there.
For over 200 years it's flown here, bright and shining like the sun. Through so many misunderstandings, and the damage done. But there's a flag up on the courthouse, flying in the wind. Hoping we can all work it out, make this country strong again, make America great again. Nobody even seems to notice it's flying at half-mast. The destruction surrounds us, the visions from the past. Staring down on angry faces gathered on the square. Used to be a celebration, heads bowed in prayer. There's a flag up on the courthouse, flying in the wind. Hoping we can all work it out, make this country strong again, make America great again, make this nation great again. 'Cause there's a flag up on the courthouse, flying in the wind. Praying we can all work things out, make this country strong again, make America great again, make this nation great again, make this country strong again, make this nation great again, make this country strong again, make America great again.
It's Brandon Jenkins right there, y'all.
So Brandon Jenkins and The Flag. And man, you know, Brandon is a neat deal. Brandon actually taught himself how to play guitar. In high school, he was in a jazz band and sang in the choir, which I can see him singing in the choir. In the 1980s, he attended Oklahoma State University in Stillwater, and during his time there is when he made longtime friends and long-term musical friends and with collaborators in the Red Dirt music community. Cody Canada, Mike McClure, Stoney LaRue, of course. Blue Edmondson has cut one of his songs, Finger on the Trigger. And, you know, I think I'll play Finger on the Trigger, Brandon Jenkins. It's a little racy in the parts of the song, but it's one of those songs that lives on in the Red Dirt music world. So we'll check this out. This is Brandon Jenkins and Finger on the Trigger.
Lord, please forgive me for what I'm about to do. But I'm running on empty. My options are few. You know that I did the best that I can. But I've done hit rock bottom. My time is at hand. Yeah, 'cause I lost my job, the bills are getting bigger. Got a crime baby, about to lose my mind. $100 habit, ain't got a penny. Woman ran off with a friend of mine. I can't keep a job, I'm too fucked up. DHS about to take my kids. Trying to get well, I keep getting sicker. Got me sitting in the parking lot, my finger on the trigger. Sitting in the parking lot, my finger on the trigger. You know that I never meant to hurt anyone. And I'll face the consequences for all the things I've done. Lord, sometimes I wonder if you're even there. 'Cause my burden's backbreaking. It's more than I can bear. Yeah, 'cause I lost my job, the bills are getting bigger. Got a crying baby, about to lose my mind. $100 habit, ain't got a penny. Woman ran off with a friend of mine. I can't keep a job, I'm too fucked up. DHS about to take my kids. Trying to get well, I keep getting sick. Got me sitting in the parking lot, my finger on the trigger. Sitting in the parking lot, my finger on the trigger. Sitting in the parking lot, my finger on the trigger. I lost my job, bills are getting bigger. Crying baby, about to lose my mind. $100 habit, ain't got a penny. Woman ran off with a friend of mine. I can't keep a job, I'm too fucked up. DHS about to take my kids. Trying to get well, I keep getting sick. Got me sitting in the parking lot, my finger on the trigger. You got me sitting in the parking lot, my finger on the trigger. In the parking lot, my finger on the trigger. Sitting in the parking lot, my finger on the trigger.
You know, Brandon came from a semi-musical family. You know, his father being a radio DJ, we kind of think that we're musically inclined. At least we got an ear for it anyways. I actually sang early in my life and, well, decided that I could actually speak better than I could sing, so here we are. But Brandon's uncle was a Grammy Award-winning bass player, sound engineer, and producer. His name was Gordon Shyrock. and he was known for his work. He worked with J.J. Cale, another great Oklahoma artist, Leon Russell, another great Oklahoma artist, as well as Andre Crouch, Elvis, Natalie Cole, and Dwight Yoakam. So he had a lot of musical push, early in his life. In the early 1990s, he got to start recording for the Alabama-based record label Rainy Records. Now, in 2003, he moved down to Austin, where he lived until 2015. In 2005, he released Down in Flames and got a 3-year record deal with his Western Soul Records imprint to have his work distributed by Sony/RED. Yep, and the record came out on 30 Tigers label. That was a pretty popular label back then. In 2008, though, he released Faster Than a Stone, which featured Travis Fight and Stoney LaRue, which is a way cool song. And Jenkins' 2009 album, Brothers of the Dirt, was a collaboration with a whole bunch of Red Dirt and Texas artists. Cody Canada from Cross Canadian Ragweed, Stoney LaRue, Jason Boland, Randy Rogers sang on it too. The record was his first release on the independent label E1 Entertainment, Red Dirt Music Company. And he had several songs off of that. Now, there's one song in particular, Out of Babylon. It was sung by Brandon and Cody Canada as a tribute to 9/11, while the song Innocent Man is a LaRue and Rogers contribution on that, inspired by the John Grisham novel about Ron Williamson, The Innocent Man, Murder and the Injustice in a Small Town. So see, there's a whole bunch of things that went into a Brandon Jenkins song. They could come from so many different places. A John Grisham movie, a novel, 9/11, a tragic incident here in the United States. And there's a song called Blood for Oil, and it's a protest song that focused on George W. Bush's involvement with Iraq War. Well, in 2011, he released a record called Project 11, which was a digital-only 11-track record released on the 10th anniversary of 9/11, with a single released on September 11th, 2011. He recorded and did Blue Bandana, recorded over a 2-day period at David Percival's Yellow Dog Studios with full band, captured a live sound in 1 day, and the engineering and mastering done the next day. Brandon could sit down and just do something, and bam, it would do it in one take. And the record was released in a digital-only format with a limited number of physical versions available. Here's another cut from Brandon Jenkins. This one is called Till the Morning Comes.
Till the morning comes, just let me lay here by your side. Feel your sweet touch one last time. Until the morning comes, until the morning comes, we just try and make believe that we're never gonna leave. Until the morning comes, just surrender the pain to the sound of rain. Though our love's in an end, we just try and pretend. Till the morning comes, until the morning comes. Let me see you smile. We both know it's been too long. Forget who's right or who is wrong. Until the morning comes, just wipe your tears away. Forget the hurt and broken trust. We owe each other at least this much. Till the morning comes, just surrender the pain to the sound of rain. Though I love that it did, we're just trying to pretend until the morning comes. Until the morning comes. Until the morning comes. Until the morning comes.
That's Brandon Jenkins, and Till the Morning Comes, as we're recounting the life and times of, and a tribute show, really, to the great Brandon Jenkins, the Red Dirt legend. In 2015, Brandon released Brandon Jenkins at Radio Recorders, which he recorded for Pride Hutchison and Dale Lawton's label, Explosive Records. Now, the record was actually made in 2006 in Southern California record studio called Radio Recorders. Since Brandon's music was firmly in the Texas country red dirt scene, this record was held on to for release 9 years later. Record labels will do that. They will hold on to something if there's a disagreement and you don't want them to release it this way. They want to. They'll just hold the thing. And Brandon's song, My Feet Don't Touch the Ground, was featured on Pete Anderson's 2003 A Country West of Nashville album, and it garnered him an Emerging Artist in Music award. The song was placed 8th on the list of the 50 best Red Dirt Texas country songs of the Dallas Observer, and it helped Brandon's career significantly. Of course, Stoney LaRue recorded Feet Don't Touch the Ground as well. Blue Edmondson's version of Finger on the Trigger and Stoney LaRue's Feet Don't Touch the Ground recorded and performed both of those songs. The Feet Don't Touch the Ground was praised by KKCN as one of the top 5 recorded songs by Stoney LaRue, and featured on his album Live at Billy Bob's. His song Down in Flames was co-written by Stoney LaRue and Brandon Jenkins, and it appeared on the Red Dirt album. He had several other songs by fellow brothers of the dirt record his songs. He had songs at the top of the Texas music radio charts as well. Brandon cited the influences of the Tulsa sound of J.J. Cale and Leon Russell on his songs, and said that the songwriting gives him the most satisfaction. He also cited the life and music of Woody Guthrie as being an important part of his approach to music and focusing on people and their lives in the Oklahoma region. As I said earlier, he was a big supporter of the Red Dirt Relief Fund, a nonprofit organization that supports musicians and Red Dirt family of artists who face financial hardship. Sadly, we lost Brandon on March 2nd of 2018. Well, on February 21st, he was hospitalized in Nashville and underwent surgery to replace his aorta and aortic valve. Well, after they finished that first surgery, they left him open. They left him cut open because they were going to have to go in and do another procedure. Well, after the procedure, he experienced surgical complications and was hospitalized until he passed away on March 2nd of 2018 at the age of only 48 years old. And I will never forget when I got that news. It almost makes me tear up now just thinking about it, because I was getting ready to go to the Texas Regional Radio Music Awards, and it was in Arlington, outside at a venue. I was already out of radio by that time, but I was up for an award. So I was up for Air Personality of the Year award again with Carrie Dean. And I had just gotten dressed, and I got a text message from his wife and told me that Brandon had passed away. And she said in that text message that I was one of his dearest friends, and it makes me tear up thinking about that, because I considered him a dear friend as well. And she said that he would want me to know, first off, one of the first ones to know. So Brandon Jenkins passed away March 2nd, 2018 at the age of 48. So the last song on this podcast is going to be a song that I still hold very near and dear to my heart, because it was the last song that I got to see Brandon Jenkins sing live. It was only months before he passed away on the Ranch Roadhouse. It was a song called Be the Revival, and it was recorded October 1st of 2018. Now, mind you, he did go in the hospital February 21st, so it was a mere 4 months before he went in the hospital. And listen to the words of the song. We should all be the revival. Revive this great country. Revive each other and love each other. That's what Brandon would have wanted. So here's Brandon Jenkins in the last live recording ever recorded of Brandon Jenkins. It's Be the Revival.
In this life, we all learn faith in different ways to make it through. We all feel pain, we all hurt, so whatever works for you. Lift your eyes and see through the sorrow. Muster all the strength you can borrow. And live for tomorrow, though you're down and out to your rival. Know your faith is linked to your survival. And be the revival. Just be the revival. There's only so much time we have on this earth to do our work before our race is run. We all make mistakes, but it's a plight of man. We're so much better than the worst deeds we've done. So true. Lift your eyes and see through the sorrow. Muster all the strength you can borrow. And live for tomorrow, though you're down and out to your rival. Know your faith is linked to your survival. And be the revival. Just be the revival. Lift your eyes and see through the sorrow. Muster all the strength you can borrow. And live for tomorrow, though you're down and out to your rival. Know your faith is linked to your survival.
love that song, man. Great stuff there. So Brandon Jenkins recorded October 1st, 2017 at the Rocket Cafe and Club, Be the Revival. The last song I heard him sing. That was a night that I will never, ever, as long as I live, forget. You know, he was featured in so many live shows over the years, and I got, you know, from the time that I met him until he passed away, you know, he was always being the champion flag bearer for the Red Dirt music from Oklahoma. And they called him a Red Dirt legend for a reason, because he was the Red Dirt legend, the Red Dirt legend. I hope you've enjoyed taking a look back at Brandon Jenkins' life and some of his songs, and just always remember Brandon Jenkins and his family and his music, because it will always live on. I don't care where I'm at, what radio station I'm at, Brandon Jenkins' music will be played. Thanks for joining me for another edition of Behind the Mic with Nash. I appreciate you listening every week. And if you could, please share the podcast wherever you listen to it, on Spotify, on YouTube, on Amazon, on Audible, on iHeart, wherever you listen to your podcast. Please share it with your friends. I would greatly appreciate it. You know, it takes a lot of time to do these, a lot of research and thinking back, and takes a toll on the mind sometimes when you're having to think back for some of these legends and things like that. But I do greatly appreciate you listening to Behind the Mic with Nash. I hope you'll join me next time for another episode of Behind the Mic with Nash. Thanks for joining me for Behind the Mic with Nash. If you have a comment or a topic suggestion, you can always email me at behindthemicwithnash@gmail.com. Be sure to like and follow Behind the Mic with Nash on all social medias, and be sure to follow, like, share, and subscribe to the Behind the Mic with Nash Spotify page as well. Have a blessed week, and God bless America, and God bless Texas Red Dirt music.